The Ministry of Justice in Kiev today, now under the protesters' control. They insist they took over peacefully, that they are reclaiming justice in Ukraine. Outside, beside the icons, a copy of the Constitution. Highlighted, Ukraine is a republic, the people hold the power. Some of the people turned up to make their point.
Minister has told them if they don't leave this building of their own accord, she'll have no choice but to push for a state of emergency. They have come here instead prepared to defend it. They're shouting down with the gang, glory to Ukraine.
These protests are spreading now well beyond the capital and the more traditionally liberal West, for the first time into the president's industrial heartland in the south and east of Ukraine.
This all started with the President's refusal to sign an EU trade deal back in November. That's what brought people onto these streets in the first place. But what has kept them here are the actions of the authorities since.
In the early hours of December the 1st, riot police moved in to clear the square. Filmed beating, they claim peaceful protesters even after they had fallen to the ground.
By the end of the day, there were hundreds of thousands rallying here, but standing now against police brutality, calling for justice and the rule of law. They set about building barricades to try to keep the authorities out.
The government pushed through new anti-protest legislation. All of this was now illegal, but this was the protesters' response. Back on the streets in ever greater numbers, united in defiance of the laws. But then a faction broke away to attack the police. After 2 months of peaceful protest, open confrontation in the streets. The authorities responded with stun grenades and rubber bullets. 2 young men were shot dead in front of the police lines. The violence might have started with a harder core of protesters, but soon there were many more standing behind. The president has offered to make one of the opposition leaders prime minister, but the protesters are holding out for more. Too many people here have come too far to settle for a compromise now. Both sides are digging in.
What is happening in Ukraine is that 45 million people are fighting and killing each other for the sake of safety and comfort of one single illegitimate person who is not a legitimate president of this country.
This has become the front line here now, the two sides just metres apart. Up there are the police lines in the street outside Parliament. Facing back towards them, the protesters holding firm on theirs. One man told us they are here now for the dignity of their country, that they will be here until victory, until the end. Katie Stallard, Sky News, Kiev.